Hi all of you, a very good evening and welcome to today's live session. This is Gayatri here. As you all know, today we are going to be doing quantitative ability for the IBPS RRB Assistant Prelims Examination. How was the paper? So there were a lot of questions on simplifications and approximations in last week's paper, and questions on equations was there. So all these were fairly easy or mark scoring questions. I felt there were two sets on data interpretation. Both of them were fairly calculative except for a few questions from these two sets. Generally I felt some questions needed more time, right? A lot of calculations involved. So you should have chosen the questions wisely for this paper. And there were questions on averages, then simple interest and compound interest, partnership, right? So questions that you could have definitely got correct were the questions on equations, which was fairly easy. Then as I said, questions on simplifications, which was also easy. Some of these questions from topics like time, speed and distance or mensuration, that was also fairly easy. Okay, in data interpretation, even though all the questions were not calculative, a few questions from both the sets were calculative. That's what I felt. Anyway, we'll start solving the questions today from the paper now. So let me share my screen. So let us look at the first question for today's session. The first question is this: the length of a room is double of its breadth. The cost of coloring the roof at rupees 50 per square meter is rupees 10,000, and the cost of painting the 4 walls at rupees 480 per square meter is 12,000, 1,29,600. Find the height of the room. So try this one and give me the answer. So how would you approach this question? What is given here? See, you have a room. So how does a room look like? A room is like a cuboid. Okay, now I am painting all the surfaces of the room. That is, I am painting the 4 walls, the roof and the floor. Correct? So basically what should I calculate? Which is the area that I am painting? Basically I am painting the total surface area of the room. So generally how do you represent the total surface area of a cuboid? It is given by this formula, right? 2LB plus 2LH plus 2BH, where what does this 2LB represent? See, this 2LB represents the floor and the roof. So when you consider the floor of a room and the roof of a room, which are the dimensions that you look into? You look at the length and the breadth. See, just think of it as your room. Yeah, the room that you are in right now. So when you look at the floor and the roof, you take into consideration the length and the breadth. So this 2 into LB represents the area of the floor and the roof. Now whatever this represents the area of the 4 walls. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. See, if it is confusing, you can also do it one by one, right? What is the area of the floor? It is L into B. What is the area of the roof? It is L into B. What is the area of one wall? It is L into H. Area of the opposite wall is also LH. Now the other two opposite walls, their area will be BH. Okay, so this is the total area, total surface area of the room. Now here, are we going to consider the floor also? We are not, right? The length of a room is double its breadth. The cost of coloring the roof is so much, and the cost of painting the wall is so much. So here you are considering only LB, right? You are not considering 2LB because you are considering only the roof, correct? You are considering only the roof, and the cost of coloring the roof alone is so much they have given. So now what is the total surface area that we are going to consider where painting is going to happen? I am going to paint the roof. So the area that I am going to paint here is LB. Now the area of the 4 walls is given as 2 into 2H into L plus B. This is the area of the 4 walls. So these are the 2 areas that I am going to consider. Now when I consider the roof, what have they given? The cost of coloring the roof at rupees 50 per square meter is 10,000, or how many meter squares am I coloring? See, totally I am paying 10,000 rupees, and the cost per square meter is 50. So 10,000 divided by 50, or that is equal to how much? 1000 by 5, that is 200. So L into B, that is the area of the roof, right? Area of the roof, L into B is equal to 200. And also they have already given here that the length of the room is double its breadth. So the length of the room is double its breadth, means the length is equal to 2 times the breadth, or I can say the breadth is equal to the length by 2. Now apply this here in this question. See, I know LB is equal to 200. So I am putting B is equal to L by 2. What do I get? I get L squared is equal to 400 or L is equal to 20. So if L is 20, what is B? B is 10. So this we have already got. Now next, let us look at the walls. So what is the area of the walls that we are going to consider? We are going to consider this part. Right? See, this was the total surface area of a cuboid. I hope it is clear. So here I have considered the roof and the floor. But in this question, we are not painting the floor. So I just have to consider only one area, right? That is, I am considering only the roof. So the total area that I am net painting is nothing but LB plus 2LH plus 2BH, where this is the area of the roof and this is the area of the walls. Okay? So using this LB is equal to, using this LB, I found out, see, I know the area that I am painting for the roof is 200. Using that, I found out the value of L and B. Now I am going to the next step where I am going to consider the 4 walls. About the 4 walls, what is given? See, I am painting the 4 walls at 480 rupees per square meter and the total cost is 129600. So what is the 129600 divided by 480? So this is the area that I am painting, correct? So this is nothing but H into 2 into L plus B. See, here I know L is 20, B is 10. So this is 30, right? So just solve for this and find out the value of H. That's all. So here you get, when you solve this, I think you will get this as 270. So 270 divided by 2 is 135 and 135 divided by 30, correct? 135 divided by 30, that is 4.5. So you will get the height as 4.5 meters. So the correct answer here is option 1. Okay, next question. 4 equal circles are described about the 4 corners of a square so that each touches two of the others. If each side of the square is 14 centimeters, the area enclosed between the circumferences of the circle is equal to the area of the equilateral triangle. Then the square of the side of the equilateral triangle is dash. So generally when such questions come, see, normally they ask 4 equal circles are inscribed. Okay, that's the very common question that you see. They ask you inscribed. Here they are talking about described. So how you draw the figure is very important. So how will you draw this figure? See, you have a square, okay, and 4 equal circles are described about 4 corners of the square, means this is how the circles will be. Okay, because since we see very commonly questions where they ask inscribed, we might end up drawing it like this. Okay, read that this word is very important. You should not draw it this way, right? This is inscribed. So described is what they are asking. So this is the figure that we are looking at. Now what is given here? Side of the square is 14. So what is the radius here of this? This is 7, right? This is also 7. So the radius of these circles is 7 centimeters. Now what is given here? If each side of the square is 14 centimeter, the area enclosed between the circumferences of the circle is equal to the area of an equilateral triangle. So this is the area enclosed between the circles. Now what is the area of the square? The area of the square is equal to 14 squared. Right? What is 14 squared? 14 squared is equal to 196. Now, if you see, a quadrant of all the circle is there inside the square. That is, or 1/4 of each circle is there inside the square. Now, all these 1/4 can be considered as one full circle of radius 7 centimeter. See, this is 1/4 of a circle. This is 1/4. This is 1/4, and this is 1/4. So put together, all these put together accounts to one circle of radius 7 centimeter. Now what is the area of this? This is nothing but area of this circle, right? That is, area of the 4 quadrants is nothing but the area of a circle of radius 7 centimeter, which is equal to pi into r squared, that is 7 squared, which is equal to 22 by 7 into 7 squared, which is equal to 22 into 7, that is equal to 154, correct? Now, so what is the remaining area inside the square? The remaining area is nothing but 196 minus 154, which is equal to 42, Correct? 42. Yeah. Now this 42 represents the area of an equilateral triangle. So what is the area of an equilateral triangle? Root 3 a squared by 4 is equal to 42. Or what is a squared? A squared is equal to 42 into 4 by root 3, which is equal to 56 root 3. Now is that there in the options? They are asking you for the value of a square, right? Then the square of the side of the triangle is what? That is, they are asking you what is the value of a squared. So a squared is 56 root 3, which is not there in the options. So the correct answer here is none of these. Is it clear? Next. Krishna took the chariot and started his journey from Mathura to Gokul by his chariot at a speed of 40 kilometers per hour. Then the same distance he travelled on his foot at the speed of 10 kilometers per hour from Gokul to Brindavan. Then he returned from Brindavan to Mathura via Gokul at the speed of 24 kilometers per hour riding on the horse. If Krishna moves from Mathura to his home with an average speed of the whole trip and completes it in 15 hours, then what is the distance between his home and Mathura? So what is given here? See, Krishna is going in a chariot. First he is going from Mathura to Gokul, and then he is going from Gokul to Brindavan. Okay. Now if this distance is x kilometers, this distance is also x kilometers. Now here this distance he is travelling with a speed of 40 kilometers per hour, and this distance he is travelling with a speed of 10 kilometers per hour. So what is his average speed for this travel from M to B? For travelling from M to B, his average speed, see, when the distance is constant, right, what can you say what the speed is? The speed is nothing but 2s1 s2 by s1 plus s2. Right, this is the formula for average speed when the distance is constant. So using this, what can you say the speed, the average speed from M to B is? It is nothing but 2 into 40 into 10 divided by 40 plus 10, that is 50, or this is equal to how much? 2 into 400 by 50, that is 8 into 2, that is 16 kilometers per hour. Correct. So this is 16 kilometers per hour. Now what is Krishna doing? He is travelling back from Brindavan to Mathura. Now when he is travelling back from Brindavan to Mathura, that is from Brindavan to Mathura, what is his average speed? It is given as 24 kilometers per hour. They have already given us the average speed as 24 kilometers per hour. Now what is his average speed for the full journey? Again, see, forward direction he is travelling a distance of 2x kilometers with a average speed of 16 kilometers per hour. Reverse direction, the same 2x kilometers, he is travelling with a speed of 24 kilometers per hour. So for this full journey, what is his average speed? It is nothing but, again, find the average speed of these two, that is 16 and 24. So in both cases the distance is again the same. Forward direction he is travelling 2x kilometers, and reverse direction also he is travelling 2x kilometers. So now here the net speed or the average speed is nothing but, again, 2 into 16 into 24 divided by 16 plus 24, that is 40. Correct. Again use the same formula. When the distance is constant, you can say average speed is 2 s1 s2 by s1 plus s2. So what do you get when you solve this? So you get it as 19.2. Is it? 96 by 5. Yes, that is 19.2. Correct. So 19.2 kilometers per hour is his average speed. Now what is the question? See, this is done here. Now then they are saying that Krishna is going from Mathura to his home. Now we don't know where his home is, in somewhere, wherever, let this be Krishna's home. So he is travelling to his home with an average speed of the whole trip. That is, he is travelling with this speed and he is completing the trip in 15 hours. So what is the distance between his home and Mathura? So that is nothing but the speed into the time for which he travels. So if you solve this, you will get the answer as how much? 288 kilometers. Yes, all of you are getting that? No, I think that's the correct answer as well, 288. Is it clear? So 288 is your right answer. See, at this point, don't confuse, he is going from Mathura to his home. So this Brindavan, all these words that are given, see, home is a different thing that they are talking about. That is the only place where you might go wrong here. Read the question correctly, then you would not make a mistake. Next question. 10 years ago, the average age of all 25 teachers of a girls' college was 45 years. 4 years ago, the principal had retired from her post at the age of 60 years. So after 1 year, a new principal whose age was 54 is recruited from outside. The present average age of all the teachers is, if principal is also considered as a teacher. Okay. So I have to find the present average age of all the teachers. See, such questions, if we solve it using the normal method, it is very easy. You will not go wrong. How would you approach this? What is given here? 10 years ago, the average age of all 25 teachers of a college is 45 years. Okay. So now the principal is also included in this 25 teachers. You have to remember that, because they are saying the principal is also considered as a teacher. So 10 years ago, the average was 45 years. So 10 years ago, what is the total age of all the teachers put together? It is nothing but 25 into 45. So this was the age of all the 25 teachers 10 years ago. Now what is happening? 4 years ago, the principal of age 60 has retired. So what is the age of these 25 teachers 4 years ago? See, 4 years ago, right? See, I am in the present. So I found out that 10 years ago their total age was so much. So 4 years ago, what will be their total age? See, 4 years ago means after this 10 years ago time period, right? I am moving in front for 6 years, right? That is, after this period, whichever year this be, after that, 6 years after that is nothing but this, correct? See, 4 years ago means earlier we had calculated the total age for 10 years ago. So 4 years ago means 6 years have passed. So what does that mean? Each person's age will increase by 6, correct? 6 years have passed. So every year one age, that is age of every person increases by 1. So in this 6 years, age of every person would have increased by 6. So 4 years ago, what would have been the total age of all these 25 teachers? So 10 years ago it was 25 into 45. Then in the next 6 years, each person's age will increase by 1 every year, or each person's age totally increases by 6 in the 6-year period. So the total age now will be 25 into 45 plus 25 into 6. So this is the total age of all the people 4 years ago. Okay. So what is this? This is nothing but 25 into 51, correct? So 25 into 51 is 1275, right? Yes. Now what is happening in this year? In this year, a principal whose age is 60 years has retired. So I have to subtract the age of this principal here, right? So now what will be the total age after the principal has retired? After the principal has retired, the total age is going to be 1215. So this is the total age of the teachers 4 years ago, and one principal has gone. So how many people are there now? There are only 24 people now. Then what is happening? After 1 year, a new principal whose age is 54 years is recruited. So after 1 year means, when is that? That is from present 3 years ago, right? That is after this year, the next year. So from present when you take it, it is nothing but 3 years ago. So in this time period, what is happening? See, total ages of the people is 1215, that is total age of the 24 people is 1215, and since 1 year has passed by, all these 24 people's age would have increased by 1. So this is going to be the net total age of these 24 teachers 3 years ago. And at this point, what is happening? There is a principal who is joining. What is the age of the principal? The age of the principal is 54 years. So 3 years ago, this is going to be the total age of all the teachers. Okay, because this principal also joined, her age is 54. Now what is the question? What is the present age of all the teachers? So this was 3 years ago. So present age of all the 25 teachers is nothing but, now I have 25 people. See, this was 24 and then I added this principal also. So now totally again I have 25 people. So their present ages will be 1215 plus 24 plus 54 plus again this 25 people's age would have increased 3 years, right? Everybody's age would have increased by 3 plus 25 into 3. So this has to be your total age at present. Is it clear how we got it? So when you add this, what do you get? You get this as 1368. So this is the present age of all the 25 teachers, or what is their average? 1368 divided by 25, which is equal to 54 point some value you will get. So if you look at the options, it is option 1. Is it clear? See, you just have to do the calculation correctly, that's all. I hope my explanation is also clear. Next question. Alright, so let us try this question. What is given here? Manish deposited 2 parts of a sum of rupees 20,000 in different banks at rates of 16% per annum and 19% per annum respectively. In 1 year, he got rupees 3,440 as total interest. What is the amount deposited? What was the amount deposited at the rate of 19% per annum? See, whenever you have such questions, the easier way to approach it is to use the concept of allegation. So how would you solve this? See, you have Manish is depositing in different banks, okay, that is this total 20,000, one amount he is depositing at, out of this 20,000, some amount he is depositing at 16% per annum, and some amount he is depositing it at 19% per annum, and net in 1 year he is getting 3,440 rupees as interest. So what is the rate at which net he has invested the amount? See, in this 20,000 rupees, net he is getting 3,440 rupees as interest, or the rate at which he has invested is nothing but 3,440 divided by 20,000 into 100, right? This is the net rate at which Sandeep has invested, or 17.2% is the net interest that he is getting. See, here they have just given interest, so you should take, what should you take? It is simple interest. So simple interest is what? Simple interest, I is equal to PNR by 100. Here N is 1. Okay, now I don't know the value of R, so I have to find out what is R. I know P, I know I. That is what I have done here. So the net interest that he is getting for this 20,000 rupees is 17.2. Now what has he done? One amount he has invested at 16% per annum, another amount he has invested at 19% per annum. Net he is getting an interest of 17.2% per annum. So what is the ratio in which he has invested the total amount? What is 19 minus 17.2? That is 1.8, and this is 1.2, or the ratio is nothing but 3:2. So if the total amount is 20,000, 3 by 2, that is 3 by 5, right? This 3 by 5 out of this 20,000 he has invested at 16% per annum, and 2/5 of the amount he has invested at 19% per annum. Now what is the question? What was the amount deposited at the rate of 19% per annum? So what is the amount that he has deposited at 19% per annum? It is nothing but 2 by 5 into 20,000, right? Or that is equal to 8,000 rupees. Option 1. Next one. A reduction of 20% in the price of rice enables a person to buy 5 kg more for rupees 400. What is the reduced price of rice per kg? So let us assume that 1 kg of rice, okay, I am assuming that 1 kg of rice actually costs X rupees. Now what is the price per kg of rice? So if 1 kg of rice is costing X rupees, how many kgs of rice can I buy for 400 rupees? I can buy 400 divided by X kgs of rice. Now if what is the current price of 1 kg of rice? It is reducing by 20%, means it is becoming 0.8x. Now when the price of rice is 0.8x, how many kgs of rice can I buy for 400 rupees? I can buy 400 divided by 0.x kgs of rice. Now what is given here? When this is happening, this person is buying 5 kg extra, or I can say 400 divided by 0.8x minus 400 by x, that is equal to 5. Solve for this and you will get the value of x. That's all. Or you can write this as 4,000 by 8. Right, that will be easier. So you will have 8x in the denominator, and you have 4,000 minus 3,200. I am taking the LCM, that is equal to 5, or I can say 800, right? 4,000 minus 3,200, that is 800, is equal to 40x, or x is equal to 20. Now what is the price of rice now? It is 0.8x, or that is 4/5 of 20. So 4/5 of 20 is nothing but 16 rupees per kg. Option 2. See what is given here. First I have assumed that 1 kg of rice is costing X rupees. So for 400 rupees, how many kgs of rice can I buy? I can buy 400 by X kgs of rice. Is it clear? See, 1 kg of rice is costing X rupees. So for 400 rupees, I can buy 400 by X kgs of rice. Now, what is happening? The price of this 1 kg of rice is reducing by 20%. So if the price is reducing by 20%, the current price of rice is nothing but 0.8x. Clear, no? So if this is the current price of 1 kg of rice, how many kgs can I buy with 400 rupees? I can buy 400 divided by 0.8x. Now in the question they are saying that when this reduction is happening, the person is buying 5 kgs extra. See, earlier if I was buying y kgs, now I am buying y plus 5 kgs, right? That is what it means. So basically if I find out the difference between these two, I will get the answer as 5. So that is what I did, and I solved for the value of x. So x is 20 means earlier the price of 1 kg of rice was 20 rupees. So what is the current price of 1 kg of rice? 20 into 0.8, that is 80%, right? It is nothing but 4 by 5. I took it in terms of fractions. 16. Next. In an examination, Arun scored 35 marks less than Rahul. Rahul scored 55 marks more than Monica. Rohit scored 85 marks. So I know the marks of Rohit. So Rohit scored 85 marks, which is 10 marks more than Monica's. So what is Monica's marks? So Monica's mark is 75. Raju scored 61 marks less than the maximum mark of the test. What is the approximate percentage of marks did Raju score in the examination if he got 44 marks more than Arun? Okay. Now it is given Rahul here scores 55 marks more than Monica. So how much is Rahul scoring? Rahul is scoring 55 marks more than Monica, that is 75 plus 55, that is equal to 130. So Rahul is scoring 130. How much is Arun scoring? Arun is scoring 35 marks less than Rahul. So Arun is scoring 130 minus 35, that is 95 marks. Now how much is Raju scoring? Raju scores 44 marks more than Arun. So how much is Raju scoring? Raju is scoring 95 plus 44, that is 139 marks Raju is scoring. Now they are also saying that Raju scored 61 marks less than the maximum marks. So what is the maximum marks? 139 plus 61, that is 200 is the maximum marks. So what is the score percentage that Raju has got? Raju has got 139 by 200 into 100. Yeah, that is approximately 70%. See, if this number was 140, no, then you know it is 140 by 2, that is 70. So 139 close to 70. Take that as your answer. Next one. So here you have to find out what will come in the place of question mark, and you can approximate here and solve. So how can you take this? You can take it as 3 by 8 into 112, that is equal to question mark divided by 2 into 10% of, what is 10% of 10.25? See, 10% of 10 is 1, correct? So you can take it as 1 directly. Yeah, you can see already they have said approximate, and here the values are fairly far spaced. So here you can take this value as 1. So this is question mark divided by 2, or I can say 3 by 8 into 112 is equal to missing value divided by 2. Now solve, what will you get here? So what will come in the question mark? 28 into 3, that is 84 approximately, option 4. Next one. So you have, what do you have here? 3 by 7 of 266 by 18 plus 14 is equal to root of x, correct? So then 266 by 7, I think it is divisible, no? 7 3s are 21, 56, 8. So you have 38 by 6, which is nothing but 19 by 3. So you have 19 by 3 plus 14 is equal to root of x. So if I take the LCM here, what will I get? 19 plus 42, that is 61 by 3 is equal to root of x. Or what is the value of x? X is equal to 61 into 61 divided by 3 3s are 9. or what is 61 into 61, that is 3721 by 9, approximately 413. So approximately it is 413 based on the options. Okay, now next one. 136 percentage of 105 minus 84 percentage of 165. So what is 10 percentage of 105? That is 10.5, right? So what is 30 percentage of 105? That is 10.5 into 3. Now what is going to be 6 percentage of 105? See, 1 percentage of 105 is 1.05. So 6 percentage is going to be 1.05 into 6, or we can, this is 10.5 into 3, correct, which is nothing but 31.5, and here this 1.05 into 6, 6.3. So what is going to be 136 percentage of 105, which is nothing but 31.5 plus 6.3, which is going to be 37.8. So this is 36 percentage. Okay, I just found out what is 36 percentage of 105, right? That is how you calculate that. Now what are they asking? They are asking 136 percentage of 105. So that is nothing but 105 plus 37.8. So 136 percentage of 105 is nothing but 105 plus 37.58, which is equal to 142.8. Right? Now next, similarly I have to find out what is 84 percentage of 165. Okay, now what is 10 percentage of 165? 10 percentage of 165 is 16.5. So 80 percentage of 165 is what? Or you can do it the other way around, no, that will be easier. See, 10 percentage of 165 is 16.5. Now what is 6 percentage of 165? See, 1 percentage of 165 is 1.65. So 6 percentage is nothing but 1.65 into 6, correct? And then you just subtract this total from 165, that will give you the answer, correct? See, 1.65 into 6, it is approximately 9. Am I correct? 1.65 into 6. Yes, approximately 9. Right? 6 percentage is approximately 9. So what is 84 percentage of 165? It is nothing but 165 minus 16.5 minus 9. Right? Or it is approximately how much? 165 minus 25, correct? That is approximately 140, little less than 140 it will be. Okay, so little less than 140, let us take it as 139, so that there is no doubt. Now here what is it that you have to find out? Difference between these two. So the closest value that you will get is 4, that is option 2, correct? Is it correct? See, actually you will have some value like 9 point some value here, right? So you can take this as total as 26, right? So 165 minus 26 will be approximately 139. So here you have 143 almost. So you subtract these two, the answer has to be 4. Clear? Yeah, somebody is giving me the exact values. 142.8 minus 138.8. This will be the exact values and you will get the answer as 4. Here we are just approximating and getting the answer. Everybody is getting option 2. Yes. Next one. Again they are asking for approximate value here. Here you can take this as 18. Right? What is 18 squared? 18 squared is 324 plus 4.05 you can take it as 4 and 90.11 take it as 9 divided by 5. Correct? So you have 18. So 18 fours are 72. Correct? 72 plus 324, that is 396, option 1. Some of you said 423, please check, it is 396. Next. So what is the logic that is used here? So the logic that is used here is 2 into 7 plus 3, that is equal to 17. Similarly 17 into 7 plus 3, that is equal to 122. That is into 7 plus 3. That is the logic. So here you will have 857 into 7 plus 3, which is equal to 60 0, 2 into 7 plus 3, right? See, questions on number series, sometimes the logic clicks to you, sometimes it does not, so depends. If you're able to crack it, otherwise just move on to the next question in the examination. Don't waste your time in questions on number series. Sometimes these logics will click to us in the examination, sometimes it won't. Next. So the next question is there on your screen. The pie chart shown below shows the percentage distribution of the number of employees in the various departments in an organization, and the followed table gives the information about the male-female ratio. Read the pie chart and answer the following questions. Total employees in the organization is 45,000. Now, first question. What is the difference between the total number of female to the total number of males? So if you look at, yes, you should not have tried this particular question because it is time consuming to find out the value. But there were subsequent questions from this set itself which was very less calculative. You could have tried those. You could have skipped this question in the examination because it is time consuming. Now, since we are discussing in the class, I think we'll just solve it but and see how to do it. But otherwise, in the examination, it is better to skip such questions. See, skipping a question doesn't mean that you have to skip the complete set. Some of the remaining questions from this set was fairly easy, like in the sense it was not as calculative as this one. Okay, so now what is given here? What is the difference between the total number of females and the total number of males? So in each department you have to find out how many females are there, how many males are there. So in this production department, how many males, how many females. Similarly, for each department you have to find out. Now totally, how will you find that out? Totally 45,000 people are there. Out of this 45,000 people, how many people belong to production? 25% of the people belong to production, or that is nothing but 45,000 by 4, right? Out of this 45,000 by 4 people who belong to production, how many male members are there? 5 out of 9, right? Of this are male, and similarly 45,000 divided by 4 into 4 by 9 are females. If you do this, you will get how many males and how many females are there. Similarly, for each you have to find out. In examination, it is not practically possible to solve this particular question, okay? Because it consumes a lot of time, right? First, you have to find out how many males here. So when you solve this, I think you will get it as 6250, this as 5,000. Similarly, next for sales, how many people are there totally? 45,000. Out of this 45,000, how many people belong to sales? 45,000 into 35 by 100, correct? Out of this, male and female are in the ratio 2:1, right? So I'm just doing 1 or 2, remaining you can try it out on your own in your leisure time, right? Into 35 by 100, right? 35 by 100 into 2 by 3. This will give you the number of males in sales, and I think when you solve it, you will get it as 10500. Females is half of that, that is nothing but 5250, correct? Similarly, you have to find out for the others also. I'll just put in the values here, same method to be followed. You can try it out later. 4050, 750, 3750, and here you will get 1500, 5250, 5250. Find the sum of all these, find the sum of all these and find the difference. So I think when you add the number of males, you will get the answer as 23300, 21700, the difference comes to 1600. Practically not possible to solve this in the examination, okay? So let us look at the next question. Okay, yeah. Now this particular question, from this you could have solved, right? It was not as calculative as the previous one. Now what does this question say? What is the ratio of the average number of females in production? What is the ratio of the average number of females in production and quality testing? So how many females are there in production and how many females are there in quality testing? So if you look at production, the number of females is nothing but 45,000 into 1 by 4 into 4 by 9, right? That is the number of females that are there. It is nothing but 5,000 females are there in production. Now how many females are there in quality testing? Now if you look at quality testing, 10%, right? So 10% of 45,000 is 4,500. Now how many females are there? 4,500 into 5 by 6, correct? Totally, yeah, out of 6, 5 are females. So how many females are there? 3750 females are there. Now totally how many females are there in production and quality? 5000 plus 3750, that is 8750. Now next, average number of males in sales and maintenance. So how many males are there in sales and maintenance? Males in sales. So when you look at sales, how many males are there? You have 2 by 3 into, now sales accounts to 35%, that is 45,000 into 35 by 100. I think in the previous step we found this out, no? Into 35 by 100 you get 35 by 100, you get it as 10500. I remember that value, correct? I guess it's correct, 10500, yes. So that is the number of male in sales. And if you look at maintenance, now maintenance, how many men are there? Maintenance accounts to 15%. So 45,000 into 15 by 100 into 2 by 9. I think you should get, yeah, you should get it as 1500. So this accounts to 12,000 and this accounts to 8,750. Anyway, even if they ask you for the average divided by 2 on both sides, so that will anyway get cancelled. So the answer that you get will be 35:48. That is option 2. Next question. So again a very easy question on equations. X squared plus 18x plus 72 is equal to 0. So here what do we get? Product of two numbers is 72, sum of the two numbers is 18. So what are the numbers that you have here? The numbers that you have here is nothing but 12 and 6, correct? So 12 6 are 72, 12 plus 6 is 18. So what are the roots? Here again, if you know the sign table, right, what will come? You will have both negative here, right? So plus plus means minus minus will come. So minus 12 and minus 6 are the roots. Now let us look at the next equation. Y squared plus 6y plus 8 is equal to 0. So product of two numbers is 8, sum of the two numbers is 6. Now what are the roots? 8 and 6 means you have 4 and 2. Again plus plus, so both the roots will be minus minus. So very clearly you can see that y is greater than x, correct? So or you can say x is less than y. So the correct answer here is option C, x is less than y. If you see all the questions on equation that came in last week's paper, all of them were fairly easy ones, right? I don't think any question was tough in equations. So you should have definitely made these questions correct in the examination. Okay, yes, all right. So with that, the questions for the session are done. So all the other questions in this paper were fairly easy, yes, except I have not taken one data interpretation set. Again, you can refer back. Again in that set, lot of calculations were involved, right? I think that was a question where some people are in a night shift, no? Females in different industries, marketing, and some people working in night shift. Again a similar question to this one. Great. So that is it from us for now, and I will see you in the next session, and this is Gayatri signing off. Till then, take care.